معرفة.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let us discuss about conventional insurance. Basically, the idea is we need to understand why conventional insurance is not acceptable from Sharia point of view. To start with, let us start with the basic contract itself, and that is the contract of indemnity. Okay. Now, in a conventional insurance, there is a contract between, of course, the entity or an individual who wants to buy the insurance and the company which sells the insurance. Basically, this contract, in a way, is a kind of a sale agreement between two entities, so it becomes a bilateral contract. And the insurance company promises to pay on an event in consideration of premium. So basically what happens is that you buy an insurance. But in an Islamic insurance, we have to understand that it is a unilateral contract, number one, and the participants contribute with the purpose of mutually supporting the other members of the pool. So that is the main difference between the Islamic insurance and the conventional insurance. And because this is a contract of indemnity and this is bilateral, and what you're doing is that you're paying a premium, and that premium becomes an income, and the claims basically becomes an expenditure. And the difference between the total income and total expenditure is nothing but the surplus, which in a way becomes the benefit of the insurance company in a conventional insurance. This is not what happens in an Islamic insurance. So this is the main reason why there is a big difference between conventional insurance and then Islamic insurance. So contract of indemnity. The second is the element of uncertainty. Why conventional insurance is not acceptable from Sharia point of view is that because conventional insurance has uncertainty. What we mean by uncertainty is that because we consider conventional insurance as a sale concept, so the subject matter here is not clear. Because the parties do not know what would be the timing and what would be the amount. So there is an uncertainty, number one, regarding the timing. So the subject matter becomes uncertain because the parties do not know and both are not clear with reference to what the timing of that uncertain event would be. And again, they would not know what would be the amount. So because these two elements are there in a conventional insurance, and hence conventional insurance is considered unacceptable. So number one, of course, we said that the nature of the contract in a conventional insurance is the contract of indemnity. Number two, we said that there is an uncertainty because the underlying subject matter of the contract itself is uncertain. Number three is that in a conventional insurance, there is an element of gambling. Now, what we mean by gambling is that basically a conventional insurance is a zero-sum game. You pay an amount, you buy an insurance, you get into the coverage, and then if that incident does not occur, then what you have paid, you have no right over it. Unlike in an Islamic insurance, where you pay a contribution You become part of a pool, and then in case, for example, there are no claims done, then you have a right over the contribution which you have made, and that contributions can come in the form of surplus to you. So what we are trying to say is that in a conventional insurance there is an element of gambling, and hence again this is not acceptable from Sharia point of view. The fourth and the main reason why conventional insurance again is not acceptable from Sharia point of view is that in conventional insurance there are great chances that there might be an element of interest. When we say interest, what we mean is that the liquidity which is raised by the conventional insurance company, that liquidity could be invested in conventional instruments which are interest based, and hence a conventional insurance is not acceptable, because the fund which gets collected by the conventional insurance, there are great chances that the conventional insurance company could go and invest it in interest bearing securities or interest bearing loans, so on and so forth. And hence this element also makes conventional insurance not acceptable from Sharia point of view. So just to recap, conventional insurance is not acceptable from Sharia point of view because conventional insurance has elements of interest, because the conventional insurance may invest in interest bearing instruments. Conventional insurance has the element of gambling because it's a zero sum game. You pay an amount, you may get it only if an incident occurs, and if there's no incident occurs, you're not entitled to anything. There is an element of uncertainty because the subject matter itself, when you buy an insurance, is not clear. The timing and the amount both are unclear, and hence there is this uncertainty, and anything which is uncertain as a subject matter in a sale contract is not acceptable from Sharia point of view. And then there is a contract of indemnity here between the person who buys the insurance and the insurance company who sells the insurance. And this is a bilateral agreement between in a conventional setup. But in an Islamic insurance, it is not bilateral, but it's a unilateral. So the participants unilaterally contribute in the Islamic insurance. So these are the main reasons why a conventional insurance is not acceptable from Sharia perspective.